What's that? I smell pussy.
Is that you, CNN?
I smell pussy.
Is that you, MSNBC?
I smell pussy.
Is that you, DNC?
I smell pussy.
Is that you, New York Times?
Y'all niggas is pussy.
What's up, everybody? We are back today, and we're discussing white people using the N-word. Morgan Wallen decided to say something months and months and months ago, and now his friends who enjoy his work of art are getting the bomb headed their way.
You dropped the bomb on me.
If you've been living in a bubble, you might have missed Morgan Wallen, the country sensation. Has gotten in trouble for saying the N-word. And he said it like this.
Take care of this pussy. Hey, y'all too? Hey, take care of this pussy ass motherfucker. Oh, fuck. Hey, Gracie, take care of this pussy ass.
He was drunk. He was talking to his friends. And apparently was calling someone a pussy ass nigga. Now, for me, I don't give a shit that people say nigga at all, because it's supposed to be a word that has been created to downplay the other word. It's a universal word that has been created by the rap genre. You have media people who are black or they are mixed acting like he's going back to his roots of slavery. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. The slavery aspect doesn't make any sense to this, because this is, again, being used as a term to describe someone being a pussy. We live in a world where white people need to feel offended on the behalf of African Americans or minorities. And that's one of the biggest problems with the PC world we're living in currently. It's people taking what they think is offensive and telling minorities to be offended. We can feel how we want to feel. You are not going to tell us what to be offended over. It's getting to the point where these groups sit there all day and they try to find something, just anything that may seem racist or can come off as racist, to try to take down the white population. Justin Bieber, he endorsed Morgan Wallen's country album that came out. He got a bunch of flack because everyone had to bring up an incident that was very minuscule and very minor. It wasn't like he was saying ER at the end of the word. And people need to realize the difference between the two. If we're ever going to get close to equality and understanding, we need to find those areas where we can come together. And what better way than music? I've been seeing a lot of different styles meshing together, and I think that's beautiful. I think country meeting with hip-hop and hip-hop meeting with country is a beautiful thing to see. And for the media to divide us like this, and these groups to divide us over the smallest and littlest things that don't really matter in hindsight or in the moment, it's really sad. And you should avoid these people that try to do that, and you should call them out.
You gotta be fucking nice, especially this day and age, man. Everybody getting in trouble. All these goddamn groups out there, bitch moaning and complaining. Anytime anybody says anything, hey, we're part of a group, you gotta apologize. I'm sorry to people who own Sharpies. I didn't mean to say that it's an ugly-ass dog. Nah, right? You know what? Fuck you and your group. What about that? Who the fuck joins a group? I'm gonna join a group. That's what I'm gonna do today. Go to meetings. Kind of a fucking loser, right? Fucking stupid-ass groups. People apologizing to them like they have some sort of power. Look, if you're being a dick, apologize. But other than that, yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah.
They create the statuses, and then they try to tell you that you're the problem. No, you're the fucking problem. You're the problem. You're the ones trying to play both sides and pin us against each other. And that's exactly what you're doing. If he was drunk and he said something outrageous, I'd be the first one to say it. I'm not going to be offended or upset that a white guy is saying pussy ass nigga. Because at the end of the day, if you're upset about that, then you're a pussy ass. Relax and get over it. Just look at some of the things the media said about this man.
Whew. You know, when white people say the N-word, real comfortable, there's a real problem with that. Morgan Wallen says the N-word like it's not the first time, nor the 100th time he's used it. Morgan Wallen says the N-word as if it's ancestral, you know, as if it were a gift passed down to him from his father before him, passed down to him from his father before him, passed down to him from his father before him. Morgan Wallen says the N-word so swiftly it's almost as if he's greeting an old friend that he owns. With Morgan Wallen's level of comfort in saying the N-word, he'll more than likely be getting a call from Quentin Tarantino to star in the next film playing that white guy that says the N-word.
Right now, Michael's exclusive interview with country music star Morgan Wallen. Michael, this is his first interview since that incident caught on camera back in February.
It was, George, and it was a revealing conversation about that stunning moment that sidelined the singer and looked like it might even end his career. We got into everything from racism and country music. The music world responded swiftly. Within hours, Wallen was suspended from his label, his songs pulled from the radio and streaming playlists, and he was declared ineligible for the upcoming Academy of Country Music Awards.
And had there been no video of the incident, we obviously wouldn't be sitting here right now. This is not the first time you said the word. This is the word that you use frequently amongst your friends.
I wouldn't say frequently, no, not frequently. It was just around this certain group of friends, I would say. I think I was just ignorant about it. I don't think I sat down and was like, hey, is this right or is this wrong?
And do you know the history of the word?
Oh yeah, I've heard some stories in the initial conversations that I had after that, just how some people are, treated even still today. And I'm just like, I haven't seen that with my eyes, that pain or that insignificant feeling or whatever it is that it makes you feel.
That goes back to slavery used by white people to dehumanize black people and make them feel less than. It's also, I think if you dig deeper, a word that a lot of black people heard before they were terrorized, beaten, or...
What happened with this country singer who used the N-word? He didn't really, I think people kind of galvanized. Did people kind of go, this is too much, or what happened?
Morgan's a friend of mine. He was on a podcast. He was on a couple months ago. He used it. He called his friend the N-word in the street. He came back and apologized. He said, I'm going to try to do better. And, the media did what they did. They ripped him up. What got me about that, obviously, it's like he called his friend pussy ass Nigga, right? To a white dude. And I think a lot of white people should be called the N-word. I got called it a bunch growing up. I still get called it sometimes by this dude that lives in the park, the black guy by me will call me it every now and then. I like it a little. I'll be honest. That's who I am.
Makes you feel included or something.
Yeah, it does something, bro. Sometimes,
cool. No
joke, I was walking with a girl a couple weeks ago and the guy said it and I know she didn't hear him and I fucking said, hey, say it louder, bro. And he did. And he said it louder, bro. He's a black guy. He can say it, right? He can
in a way you feel like he trusts you and he knows that you're not a prejudiced white guy.
Right. He knows I'm not a spy.
In a way, it feels like he's saying something. It's like a term of endearment for you.
Yeah, it was like a coat I got to wear for a couple seconds, gave me a little bit of clout with the dame, or the man, whatever she was. I don't know what she's chosen to be. I hadn't checked in
I'm
with
glad
her.
you cleared that.
But but what got me was that, is that suddenly there were news articles that would never even watch Morgan. That was the guy's name.
Yeah.
That would never even. And they're using it in their titling, like the N-word, the N-word. So they're basically using the N-word to get you to go.
Of course.
So who's really using it?
Algorithm.
One guy who uses it on the street calling his white friend the N-word?
Or the white press that makes money by getting clicks.
That's what burned. And it's like, man, it's
all of them go, I can get this story.
Now
awesome.
I can use the N-word.
And now we can get more online subscriptions. There's money in clicks.
Yeah.
And as long as there's money in clicks and there's money in telling your readers, your echo chamber, exactly what they want to hear and what they believe anyway and already,
right.
you will continue to polarize the press. And now you look at anything that comes out of Huffington Post, you're like, I know exactly how they feel, so why am I going to read this?
Right. And he came out and said for himself, he said, what he wanted to say on it. So it's like, it's his thing. But I don't know. Sometimes you feel like it's just crazy how you can go and buy on certain platforms, you can buy the N-word and listen to it. You can pay $2 for it. $1.99 for a song and go listen.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, maybe don't make it available to white people.
Well, I think that this guy somehow got, they tried to cancel him and I think his fans were like, now we're going to buy all his stuff. And
he'll have the biggest tour in the world in a couple years. His music is just great.
Yeah.
I think, and he's a great kid. I was at his house a couple nights before the video stuff, and there were black guys over there with him. It's not like...
I'm sure.
I've seen racist people.
Yeah, he's not a racist guy.
He's not a racist guy.
Yeah.
So, and that's obvious to most human people with a brain.
Yeah.
But
the intention doesn't matter anymore. It's just consequence.
Shout out to Theo Vaughn for sticking with his boy and just being real about the situation. They tried to paint him off as a racist. They tried to say his career was over. People love his fucking music. He's a talented artist. I've not heard much of his stuff, but when I see a star, I see a star. He probably is a chill-ass dude, but from what I see in these videos and what I see the media trying to do, they're trying to spin a narrative, and I'm not buying it. You guys can go fuck yourself. You hear that, media? I'm sick and tired of you trying to put words in people's mouth and paint them off as this or that because of the color of their skin. If it's a black person, you ignore it. You're scumbags. You're liars. You're degenerates. Also, to my African homies, you guys need to stop race baiting. I get it. You're profiting off of the cancel culture moments.
Some black country music artists, this controversy highlighted the racial disparities within the industry.
Land of the free, you should try to be black like me.
The first black female country singer to be nominated for a Grammy, Mickey Guyton, tweeting, "When I read comments saying that this is not who we are, I laugh because this is exactly who country music is. I question on a daily basis as to why I continue to fight to be in an industry that seems to hate me so much."
So do you believe there is a race problem in country music overall?
I mean, it would seem that way. Yeah. You know, I haven't really sat and thought about that.
Although he was widely condemned by the industry back in the spring, Morgan Wallen has emerged from this scandal to become the best-selling artist of the year so far, according to Rolling Stone magazines.
But that shit's fucking lame, and you need to chill. Start acting like a human being and stop playing the victim card.